Thank you. 당아서 이중간배 가르쳐 말잖아. 바지 로르 디데인 바이. 네, 신행엔 로마시 디메지. 대인지죠. kiến築선도 녀스. 대시 샹로신도 템바도. 대 라자뇽바 메바샤스네. 어떤 지수셔요. 그래서
Lama Tsongkhapas said in his text the concise meaning of the stages of the path. There is no guarantee that after death, I won't be born in lower rebirth, and the only thing that gives one's protections or save one from falling into lower rebirth is taking refuge in three jewels. And so therefore, one one should practice these or do the practice of taking refuge, very steadily, very firmly, and firmly, and as well as the follow all the precepts or the instructions which relating to the practice of taking refuge.
맞은 데네 니시는 그거요. 그랬다. 시와티 젤로는 다 녀송 다 예도 냐와 예도 단로라서 발라 무시위 딘센 단다 요 말했어. 대인사다 델레 쇼땡에 될라 쇼팅에 될라 계주스 뭐 권하게 돼요. 그래서 대인사 맞저거다 계주스라니 네 지템비고네 아니 다치스 샤스 켈랭 고레스 샤스 증거 고레스 어떤 중고요레스
So the above the quotations which the raise the caution to ourselves whether how much the confidence or how much assurance we have that that after death that we we won't fall into or born into any of lower rebirth, like the rebirth in the animal realms or in the the hungry ghosts or the hell realms and so on. And then to at the same time then to we should also try to understand the based on our own reasoning mind and the knowledge that the object of refuge which can really have the is qualified or for us to give that protections, save us from falling into lower rebirth. So we're saying so this we have to try to based on our own knowledge, our own reasoning mind, that we're trying to understand that these are the three jewels or the three object of refuge.
제장안이 다들 맞춰 가르치고 그러잖아. Then tell a Shandu each tempo chipimone. Dig, any Shandi Lajala, Yapulak yours. What is yours?
And then the lines, the last two lines, or then says that that how we can receive the protections from the object, from the jewel, 3 jewels of the object of refuge. So it's just first of all developing our very unwavering, faith in these 3 objects of refuge, and then to, of course, then after that, as the simply faith in the 3 refuge is not going to help us. So then, we must then also put into practice all the precepts of the instructions which we understand, by taking refuge in 3 jewels.
Ne da kenchusan la ichi tembi ngone. Tendo jewa ina ne da ngaso len rechi reni so ne nyeson to musun la shot to gres. Ina ya ne da nyeso la tent mu shewa shegu ina ne da tig la jada ne da shandi la jada da tele ne kron ga da nyanyo ga jene shwe ga ne da la jar jela lapo ngel tisoche ani susunyale chekures otni sugures.
However, it is said in the scriptures that that even if you have a simply developing this faith in the 3 jewels, pure faith in the 3 jewels, and also if we are being very very strong, very steady in our refuge practice, then that alone can give us some sort of protections. Then, however, such protection might be only once or twice, only for temporaries, for us to preventing us from falling into lower rebirth. So therefore, if we have to completely protect ourselves from falling into lower rebirth, and then we must then put into practice all these the instruction or the precepts which is relating to our practice of taking refuge. So it is by following all those the practice, spiritual practice relating to the taking refuge, then we can find like a permanent or the lasting protections.
Ti laja la yone nyos malena ne layone nyesono to gatini nyanga chimbo yores kaisena pena ta monoche tandi chengunu nechi soso chongyi ji cho chawaina kesi chille tsala tani ha tani go chongyi ti laja tani manyena ne ngamanu ji chedewaina yunju ne pa chengula ndo agros ante no jire de yores.
And as to practicing all the precepts relating to relating to taking refuge, we must not just once or twice, but we must practice this continuously, and so that we will be then never fall into the lower rebirth. And so, like for example, if somebody's been managed to, with the help of some authority, managed to then get the freedom from the prisons, the freedom from the prison, and then, however, if that prisoner then after leaving the prisons, then if still commit that same crime again, then of course then will again go back to the prison. So you must make sure that to not committing the crime again. Also.
Wana ne shasandowa tela shasandowi laja ter kare orsena shason sabi jisla shasandowi laja tela ne tombo gope laja to tibe laja nisne rumani na wuji joires.
So
arem sosi laja to ne tomo laja nisi tombo ne sosi laja tela ne gope laja to tibe laja nisi.
So here we continue the teaching on taking refuge in three jewels, that's the Buddha, Dharma, and Sanghas, and so our now the discussion is now relating to now what sort of practice that we have to do in relating to this practice, relating to practice of taking refuge. So regarding this, it is said that there's outlines that relating to the practices. So there's two like a heading, that is there is a specific like a commitments, specific commitments relating to relating to each one of these of the three objects of refuge, and then there is a common commitment or the instructions of the three jewels. And so if we begin with then to begin with this specific commitment of taking refuge in of three jewels, which is each of the three jewels, then that is explained in two ways. So one way which indicates what we call as like a negative commitment or negative precepts. So that's showing us what to reject, or what we should not do. And the other hand, then there's a commitments, which is a positive commitment, which is to show us, what to accept and what to practice.
Ta kencho sanganu ne karisana tamu gope laja tela ne kencho sanganu ne sujela sha sun sayu chuki tela ne la jenla ne ta sha sun ra yo mare se go ta te kai sena ne ta sha singi tin de ter da ya ta chen shi ni ta kai na ta chron che se ji nga zo sha jo e terwa de sha jo se tsari tere la jenla ne sha jo ga ya yo mare de za ne slajela ni sha cho nyeng ma res ne tren sung yo res.
So just to begin with these are the specific commitments in association with like for example taking refuge in Buddha as an object of refuge. In Buddha as an object of refuge, then the negative commitment is which we will indicate then when we take indicate that we should not then seek refuge in like some mundane gods or some like the mundane mundane god, and so therefore this is to say that the whole the indication of us taking refuge in the Buddha means that we take refuge in the Buddha in the sense we the recognizing the Buddha as a fully qualified object of refuge to as an ultimate object of refuge, and so we place our trust in the Buddha, our faith in the Buddha, in such that the as if that we all our life is in the we place our hopes and our lives in the hands, direction in the hands of the Buddhas. So therefore, since we have make such a commitment, we take refuge in the Buddha. So therefore, we have to from this commitment, from this our practice of taking refuge in the Buddha. So we we have to try to avoid taking refuge in the like a mundane or a worldly gods.
제장다 대 가르친 거였으니 달라질라 현재시고 말이지 주고 말세대 아니 템바 노지거니 샤스 주고 말해서 준영 말해서 거래 대마도 제다 뭐지 내가 그 소소소 배도야 그 제다 아니 도마도야다 아니 지지 소소소 루파체 제 주고 요래서 변한 것이 소소소 논래가는 거 가려나 말라 라샤테네 루파치 세 주고도 왔어 어때노지리 아니 내가 그 아저때 제 주고 요래서
So this the negative commitment which we have to make by taking refuge in the Buddha, so is to more to relate the which says we should not, when it says we should not then take refuge in other gods. So this is the more in the context of the object that we seek for ultimate refuge, as an ultimate protection, ultimate object which give us which we see as our ultimate, refuge. So not for some sort of to fulfilling our temporary, or immediate needs. So therefore, it is not, we are not contradicting ourselves, of this taking refuge in the Buddha. That if we, seek help in some other gods, for some temporary, for achieving some temporary need, temporary benefit, and just as like how we can, in order to fulfill, achieve certain purpose, we can hire up, other person, and paying that a wage to the person. So in similar way, we can also just for the sake of achieving some temporary goal, so we can make like a in a ritual practice, like you can make offering torments to some gods or some mundane gods, and so that is only for the purpose of temporary purpose. We don't see that as the our ultimate guide or the ultimate refuge was.
아니 다 수지라 샤스 소미 말에 치라 샤스 소미니 시지젤라다 네파톤 세와데 뽕고요레스 베나니 옌지론을 내와도 세와시바티 소소를 내와노지 소소가 파줄을 내와도 세와시고이나 파줄을 내놓으러 와서 어떤디 소는 돈에 아니 치라 샤스 소리지 전에 네 세지를 내와시는 거 말이 숨도스.
And so then as to the negative commitments with in association with or commitment by taking refuge in dharma, in like a dharma jewel or jewel dharma, then here the main commitment is to trying to prevent any such like a harmful the harm towards any other sentient beings. So as part of this our commitment, the following the taking refuge in the Dharma, that we have to be we always be aware that how just as someone who when someone there are other who cause harm to us, we do not want that. So likewise, we should also never cause any harm to other sentient beings.
Ani gendal shas sunsai jesala ni ta trupo ta legende yo mari se ta la kenjo sa yo mari se ya danta ya chi shawa nga yo mari se ya tni ga trupo to ani manu na yor su ngus karjena ta nga ti tombo shas songe to lo le la won ji chu ju yi za tani ta tni do tema mo ne mo den ro do de na su so lo te won je ne ani jikil legende mel kamalenge ta tni chode ko srawa a te za ne tni ga trupo to ro nye ga mari su ngo res.
And then the next, taking refuge in Jules Sangha, which is in Sangha or spiritual communities. Then the negative commitments which we have to take, which is that that we do not fall under the influence of the some like wrong friends, wrong peoples, who are against, who hold a wrong view towards the Dharma, towards the spiritualities, such as holding the view of that there is no such thing as the karma and its result, and the wrong view that there is no three jewels, and there's no the existence of past life and future life, and so this kind of so since especially if we are a very beginner to these spiritual practice, on the spiritual path, then if we are not careful, then it is so easy to be influenced by such by other peoples, and so we do not want to be have such a wrong influence of the like a wrong view influence from other people. So therefore this here, by taking refuge in the Sangha, so we as part of our practice, this negative commitment is to trying to be not influenced by, or even trying to be a distance, from those who holds wrong views.
Ta drivilaja kardu kursina, ta drivilaja tila kardu, tombo suje la shas sunsane, ani ta suje che kundala supa, ani tsa chimbo ta ingi sengi la supa zowa inanda, tsa mchingi ta shi ja koron, ani namba da ani shin dani zowa inanda, tangje la ani suje ichi ganda shenda wujwa kukures, ani ya chi lazo zungye la tene, ani ya chi kazu tila 대지 조타텔이야 대지 디무디나더니 슈나야 아니 통제라니 종의 체험해와 수쟁이 짓는 시시네 아니 대소 그래서니 와도제지 세다 니다 드니가 조사 그것을 짜치 보인도다 아니 지 신이 조져서 솔라야 지 zama chendo tani ga zonyang mare so mundus.
So now if we look into the positive the commitments, by taking refuge in those each of the three jewels. So the first, by taking refuge in the jewel Buddha. So here the positive commitment or the precepts is the precepts which is to something that we have to accept, we have to put into practice. So that is to we put into practice. We regard the all the like the image, image of the Buddha as same. We don't not like we have some sort of deep respect to the image of the Buddha, like for example in the like sculptures, which is made of some expensive material like the gold or the silver. We really consider that as so sacred, as really like a Buddha, image of the Buddhas. And whereas we not so much faith and respect to something which is image of the Buddha made of ordinary material like some wood or mud, and such we have to so whatever that the material that image is made of, and even not only the way it's made of, even how the artists have made that, or whether it's a statue or the drawing the Buddha. So we should not treat that where that the sculpture or the image is not outwardly, if it is not so intricate, so fine artists on the basis of the artist's skills. So we should not have a more or less respect for the faith. So rather, so here, so the positive commitments by taking refuge in the Buddha is to regard to all the image of the Buddha as the actual Buddha, regardless of this, the material that it made of, regardless of the way the artist has made it. So we from one's own side, so we the respecting in us, in same levels.
Ani chila sha somi karisena matsuta tawa to toji chemba sena tawa sena tawa toji chembi ni duni go topic ta tenza ani tenji no te jire ta tsu no li hi chi chi ina ani su chi ke ju tal pi tel kipazo ani te ihe te pi nanda inji nanda gandhi gol tre na yo ani to koin la sopa ma che wa che ani kipaya boso karsim des de kipazona ne susu tsera mambola ne karsene te susu ripasa woda ani ji yonyana lonso shidinge tani go pocha ya bonju gore ese tani sumu des.
And then this the positive commitment of by taking refuge in jewel dharma. So jewel dharma, so that is the dharma is the teachings, we can tell the teaching which show us how to achieve a liberation from the circular existence, or how to achieve a fully awakened state of Buddhahood. So that's the true dharmas. And so therefore all the scriptures, texts of the dharmas, which whether is is in whatever the language that dharma is in, whether in Tibetan or in English, and so and it is said even not only the whole scripture, but we have to even as every single word of that single letter of the text. We have to trying to by taking refuge in the dharmas. So we have the commitment to show our deep respect and the faith in that in the dharma. Even a single letter of that of the dharmas as word, and so trying to respect in the sense that we don't such as like being show any disrespect, such as like just stepping over it or sitting on it, and so forth. So it is said that this has the showing such a respect to the dharmas, even a single word of dharma, so has the benefit or benefit of, or is serve as a cause for one to develop a clear thinkings in one's mind, and also to develop the wisdom or the mind of like a quick understanding of the dharma, in the meaning of the dharma in futures also.
Ani gendal shasan rogi trela garche gosna ta genda la ta kijo so gotoka ani genda thoya gche ta tindi chi ta pope genda ko komo thoya gche ta tela loju zongi nyas lenge tawa inandra awa inandra ani samala ni kijo ya so kres trisungdes.
So after this, the positive commitments by taking refuge in the sangha. So sangha is the refers to someone, whether it can be like a celibate, monk or nun, or even a lay persons, who is intent on the on living a virtuous life, and so therefore to as part of this taking refuge in the sanghas, so the positive commitment is to show the deep sincere respect to all the to any member of the sanghas, whether it's a celibate or a lay persons, or male or females. So one have this deep fond, the respect and the like a sense of admirations.
Anita nonji nganzo ta kenju santela ani ta chewa da ani kenju sa yetela super tembe gone ani yone yon to shas ani yetelo super yone yon to ne shas rowa da ani ya kare tembe gone ani kalo sa chantu karina tingela ni chewa la super po ne tani cheko yores.
So that's the all about the positive and the negative commitments relating to taking refuge in each of these three jewels, and then the other commitments more like the general or the common commitments of taking refuge. So this is just to as much as possible, even in like one's in everyday life, one trying to remember the qualities of the three jewels, and remember the quality, and then one from the depth of one's heart, then one take refuge and show show respect to these three jewels, as very often as possible in one's the daily life. And then at the same time, you can also integrate the practice of making offering. Whenever we eat or food or drink, then we remember to be always remembering to offering it to the three jewels also.
Then tangazo kenju song nonela. Ne ngazo sha ninena tinga sonle shongye sha ninena te ne chike jure de yores. Deo kane sena ne lendel lunto tsaje de che go yores. Ne lendu ndeola lendela ichi yapoji yawaina ne gewa chushuina ne dronde pato. Dipa chunchuina ponde pa. Ne tni yongo yores.
So as one engage in this the practice of taking refuge, and then what really how one receive the refuge or receive the protections from these three objects of refuge, then the actual or the direct protections that one receive is the dharma, dharma, and so therefore it is said that the jewel dharma is the actual or the direct refuge or refuge of objects, and then therefore because when we say the dharma, so it's referring to really the mainly referring to the practice or to the teaching of the law of karma, that is to adopting the good actions and then abandoning or rejecting the wrong or the negative or the unwholesome actions. So if we have a strong develop a strong faith in this the law of the karma and faith in the benefit of this living the life in the right actions. So if we have strong faith, then we would have would then have the motivation, would have the motivations to when it come to accumulating a virtue or something wholesome actions, then we see the value in it, even if it's a very small one, very tiny one. We see the benefit in that, and we'll be encouraged, we'll be motivated to do that actions. And on the other hand, if when as to the something non-virtuous, something negative and unwholesome, actions, then even if it is something very small one, we'll be motivated to trying to avoid that. So such thought of, or the motivation of the engaging in the right action and then avoiding wrong actions. So this is all really has to come from the faith, the developed faith in the law of karma loss.
Teo tanga so kodeo na jishe waina ani suzo leka yapo shena njewu yapo yungre seyata leka dujo shena njewu ani duwa yungre seyati o tigno jo tishe de gores lende singite. So the karma in the like if we speak in a simple terms,
then just saying that if you do the good actions, then the result, it will brings a good results, and good things will come. And whereas if you do the bad things, then the bad thing will come. So that's in really in simple terms. So that's what the karma is. The whole idea of the karma is about.
Tending that candice sago is an angazoti le shepalatine, Joe Carriungo is an Joe Delani, Matsolan Depic Devada. Mundepi Dungada, any 10 years but 2 years and any son yours. Led on the Usipic, Le Shepalatin and Jeutel Candis Younger Senator.
So the karma is actions, in symbol is also like an action. So as we said, if we have to understand, when we talk of the karma, so we are talking about the result of our actions, and so such a result of the actions can be something happiness, something desirable, happiness, something which is desirable, and then or can be sufferings, or which is something which is undesirable. Or can be also result can be also something like a neutral, which is not desirable nor undesirable.
Da ngazu pena ngazu lingo tendiga le tela songe tena lingo esanji le yores. Pena ane kandil yoresena ane shawa kariji juwa inaya. Tuma ane de shego nyambigo ane kalonji yores. Roa Ti nekas sopicletala sembele signe. Ni sigures. Sembati ta tig jesata rune lingwal shevala supanjugu yorwa. Ti lingwal shevala super ta yelangis jupati se ani lingwa chigale swatigures. Sombele signe di sogures roa. Sembele de sombele signe roa.
So the to go a little bit into this topic of the karma, what karma exactly is, and then the karma, as we said before, is an actions. So, and if you look into where the actions come from, so it comes from our thoughts. Initially have to come from thought. We have to have so we can talk of action in terms of like a physical action, like the verbal action, or like a bodily action, or you can have a mental actions. So, but then all these actions, then have to initially comes from a mind, from a state of mind. And which is like a, if like such as like we might have some thought or an intention, intention or some sort of impulses to do certain things. So it is said, we say that that in that stage, stage where we only have a thought of doing something, or like an impulse to do certain actions. So in that in this context, then we call that the karma is like intending. There's one divisions that karma is made is into intending karma and the intended karmas. So this, at the time of when we are thinking of doing things, the stage of like intentions, then this it is the our action is or the karma is a intending karma, and then after that, when we put that thought into action, like whether it's a verbal or some physical bodily actions, and then the then we have the at that time. Then we have the intending karma. So intending karma is more like a physical, physical actions.
Tā ngā tsō lēsō sīngi tē, tā nī rīwū zhōngi shīwī kā jitā dhṛti kā yōrīs, rōwa. Pēnā nī ngā rōngi tā mōjīyān lā kēchā yī shī tī tsā lā, nī kēchā shēwā tī tsē nā nī ngā kī kā lēsō tē kā yōrī. Nī tā tē lā jī lā pā lā sō pī kā jī ngī chū tō wī ngō nā jī zō wā yī na, lī jī lēsō kā yōrī. Tē lā sōnō jī pā nī kā lōng zhōngi lā tī nī yō jī lēsō kā yōrīs, rōwa. Tē yī tsā ngā tsō tā pā rī shē 가르쳐 되어 있나 네 레티피 소소와나 된도데 그랬어.
So really from these things then the whole discussion, so we can understand that how we are always continuously creating karma or accumulating karma, and so you're accumulating karma of mind and of something speech and of bodies. So for examples, like when we want to when we say something to other persons. So we would first would have a thought to whatever we want to say. So there's we accumulate the mental actions, mental karmas, and then whatever we say in that our speech, the words that is we communicated to the other person. So that's like a verbal or the karma of speech. We accumulate that, and then whatever other physical, bodily, the gestures that we express, whether it's a hand gesture or a facial gesture, whatever in that communication. So that is all our like the body, bodily action or bodily karma. So we are accumulated. So we accumulate all the karma of mind, body, and speech.
Teo ngā tsū yēnā kēchē shēwā tī tsē nī kī yō tō tsē wā nī lōsō nō tō kā lōng sō pī tō nī chī shēwā yī na nī tī kā sō pī lē tē lā nī gē wī lē shī kā rē sī rō wā yā chī chī pā lī chī lā ngā jī sō sō ngā jā tō dōng sē nē sē tā yēnā shē jē tā nī kā lōng ngē mbē wōng kē kā chī shē tē nā yī na nī lī ngā yī sī chī kā lē tē lē ngē mbā mā gē wī lē sō tē kā yō rē sī rō wā 아니 다 되니까 많이 봤더니 로에는 다 류마테글한테 쏘되고 그랬어.
And so the main factors that determining whether our action is a virtue or wholesome or positive, or it is non-virtuous, negative and unwholesome. So it's really to do with our main factor is our the motivations or the intentions behind our actions, so or the thought behind the actions. So therefore, if we hold some sort of or hold some sort of deep respect to someone or deep admiration to some other persons with their whatever the good qualities they possess, and then out of that, with whatever we verbally or physically, whatever we do to that persons, so all this, our actions, so then we are accumulating positive karmas, positive actions. So whereas if all our actions come from actions towards others, come from some such as the harmful thoughts, intention to harm that persons, or to out of or displaying some sort of a pride in ourselves, or with a thought of criticizing the other persons, then really all our actions that which we create, which we accumulate in that at that time, whether it's on a mental level, verbal or physical level, so all in all levels, so we are accumulating our negative or non-virtuous karma, suppose.
That new lady like that, Yavanda Mandaji, there is. That is
so we will continue this talk on the karma in the next sessions. So we'll stop the tonight teaching here.
Yeah, any questions?
Do you have any question? Yep.
Yeah.
Ben?
How does karma move from one lifetime to the next?
One life to another life. The last service la tal kiawa chigne kiawa shenla kan tu wa resu sa le kan tu wa resu sa
Le kan do yasena.
to ta le sa ro
Re.
ta ngam ni kiawa chimal kan tu wa resu le
Reta. Le sa sengete ta te ngazuti le sa bikiji ni pa de le te pocho ngondo jo resro. Ni pena same ngondo shilul ngazo singal samen to ta samen ngondo yongo res. Ani di samen ngotenta korong jewo de mama patela ani kawane tane dengi yo resro. Jewo de mai utisel cheta chilila supa java noji ngazo gewe leji na tel gewala supa chewa ina ane chili no jawa ina ko mlozo mane ane tela tene shewa shimando ko yore mugewe pocho ndo jina ane te mugewe ta ducho ndo chawa ducho ndo chewa ne tela sitane chinoji sitane ten mane shewa shimando ko yore sro te shewa shimamo ganga zo tsendela yo tagaro re de yore sro
so the karma goes from one life to another life, or it keep going until it produces all its result. So in the form of like what's called propensities, like some what's the other word? Huh? Yeah, some potentials, like an imprint, So it is, if we look into whenever we create accumulated karma, we are like, implanting that it's like a seed, the potential or the propensity of karma is like the seed which we are implanting in our mind field, if you like. So, like just as in the outside, we can, if we plant some seed, so seed has a potential to produce its result, like any kind of plant, and so, but however, it will remain in there until it meets all the conditions, necessary condition like the waters and warm, and when it comes, then it will arise. So in same way, when we in us, because we continuously accumulate good karmas and bad karmas, so we do implant all this karmic imprint, which we leave in our mind stream, positive karmic imprint, negative karmic imprint. So imprint in the sense of like this, the potential to produce this result. So therefore, this imprint will remain there, no matter how many, until it meets its conditions, So condition, as you know, in order to the condition for that good karma to arise. So the condition have to be something suitable for that karma, good conditions for that to arise. So whereas if the conditions when we meet with the bad conditions, then this would kind of give rise to all the imprints of all the bad karmas that we have created in the past to produce this result. So the answer is that so the karma will remain in the form of potential and until and unless it completely produce its result.
Pena ta chendela chiparwa chendela ngacho shewa ngamala ni le apoto tijo mubusa shayores tani ta su ni chendela ta ya pot tijo ina tani ge le ti ani pojote mane ani ya po yungo yores ro ani ti kasal ni le sa do so yore ani le ngamal ngame ge le pojote le si ta palatene ani so ni kandal yongke nje uzumbo tenen jungo resro pena nga chepa na buji juno pe jorel nga so pocho sengete karsene gopa dune ne ka no buji gopa dune ne gopa kanga chi tensa na yo ne jikitinu kalo na jilu chi chewa ina gope tuma goi che yana ko tanda tuma de de was tenu ji chade ga res
so like if we talk of our life, our current life, and in its relationship with all the karma that we have created, accumulated in our many past life. Okay, so then all the karma that we have created in the past life, so we at the moment we only have in us, within us, in the form of seed, or the imprint, like a seed, and so therefore in this current life, it is whatever we're trying to do, all the positive actions, virtuous actions. So this can be, such action can be through that actions we may be even creating new karma, accumulating a new karma, implanting a new karmic seeds within us, and as well as at the same time we are also conditioning the karma which we all have already possessed within us to produce this a result. So this in the scripture, sometimes there's relating to the imprint or the propensity of the past karma is explained as an example of like the smell of like the garlic, when we squash the garlic in a mortar, and even if we clean, but still you don't see any garlic there, still it carries a smell. So so the imprint of the past karma remain in the form of seed or that garlic smell in our mind, mental continuum in the same way.
Leso sa tela ngaso jimala chitu jimala tesi she yongresrwa ani shidane ni tende chinyin la supigin toto ya pushina ani leso sa ya pushingres.
So we will come back to this teaching on karma later on, and also perhaps in later on, we might also come in touch with this topic on what we call as the 12 links, and that is particularly is a very give us a very good the ideas about the how the karma work in relating to our own the life cycles.
Any questions?
Okay, no more questions. Okay.
Maybe not.
Yeah, Koshik
Yes.
does.
Sometimes within the Tantra, they talk about subtle wind within the body. So we'll talk about lung within the body. Does lung extend outside the body?
So the lung, do you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the subtle wind,
Yeah.
does it extend outside the body?
Yeah.
Or does it stay within the body?
So you want to know whether is the lung or is outside the body or inside the body?
Does it extend beyond the body?
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.当做lung se jo lo su na. Lung lang se jo. Ta lung ta ji dan yang zo wu ge lung xie jo lo. Lung zo su na lu tu tian pa qi lo dang su da ko nang lo yo lian qi lo la yong guo lo. Din da xing dang zo lung se when you talk about the lung, okay, you can talk in terms of the air, wind, okay, but also in Tibetan, the medicine, special medicine, they will also use in terms of stress
I mean in terms
or tension, you know.
yeah, so
Are
I
you
don't mean hyperactivity, I don't mean tension or stress, I mean
just the air that we breathe in?
yeah, the subtle wind.
Okay, yeah, yeah.当做nam ju wu ju wu ge wu ju lo lung.
Yeah, yeah.
Or di ge xiu di qi da nang lung xie yo le se se.
이제 너 구조티 절 되는 울lum들라 너올리세 실은 로사이들 실레더라
Yeah.
실로 좋아 실로 예딩이 글루르지 발 시도 위 코로나 차잖아요 위 실 동사이들 그다 노위도 시위 가는 나죠 걔는지 위 노위에 예지러 왔더니 아무거
Yeah.
위 이제 노르비 저거로 왔다 위 제트 뭐 시그러
Normally, you know, when we breathe out, then whatever the air that come out, that's the that release in the outside, and whatever remain inside. But you know, there's also, you know, talks about the more subtle form of wind, you know, that we find in the text. But I can say he's not sure about that. Yeah. So whatever wind remains inside is inside, and whatever comes out is out. Okay, so, yeah. Yeah. Why? From where this question come from? Yeah.
There's a notion of spatial extension of energy. So, like
Yeah.
in modern physics, energy has a field.
Yeah.
So there's this idea of fields of energy.
Yeah.
And if you think about subtle energy as being a type of energy,
Yeah.
then perhaps it's similar. Perhaps
The
there's
good.
actual
Yeah, I know. Yep. That the me so yoro. Pena tango ni mai na ni me wedi tako sambulin capture wara kono ngi ni badot. The me so la ji sijis na me ni bar. Ro. Kono ngi ta wang sang na me ji sha ro. Din zama kashi yang yak bo de yores. So ju la ye pa chiro la capture ya chi. Nang lo ne. 어디게 시게 근데 지와디네 용이
대위질 말아 대 내면도 저러와 니빠로와 뭐 니빠때 내면도 저러마도 위치 말아
다간조 룽수다데 차보도 시작하셔
대 말해 대 내면도 저 니빠 거로 삼역 니빠세
so we know the vibration we're not sure whether that's the energy you're talking about, you know, so whether that would be you know, maybe not a wind, you know, energy, you know, flow you can talk about, you know, like the energy from the solar, and you know, each person have their own. You talk about like vibration or some energies, you know, that maybe.
Pena 못서 대지 가지 라파트잖아 좀 좋아해 명했던 가지 라파트잖아 적은도 저를 소소 그 농로 제가 니빠져로 저 니빠져 그러마도 제가 니빠데 지 제가 니빠 녀소나 아닌 저인 거래 제가 니빠 대소나 네 저거야 말아 니빠로 그래
Like some people, you know, like these people are different. Some have a very, you know, a lot of heat in their body, you know, in their blood, and so they don't easily get cold, even if, you know, very cold wind come out. Whereas some other get very cold very easily. So there's it is true with this the heat energy.
니빠라 진짜 먹고
Not easy. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dedication on page 11.